What are you playing?
Darkest Dungeon.
He's playing something called Life.
The poor flagellant Fossard got point blank shotted. Shot-tit-tit-tit. Shot-tit-tit-tit-tit. And now he might maybe die. Maybe. He's a flagellant, so his chances are actually pretty okay to not die. Will you behave, Mr. Brigand Bloodletter? No, you don't. You use Rain of Whips, and you will kill him. Motherfucker!
I'll be back in just a moment.
Yep.
That's okay. I didn't give a shit about him anyway. He was a stinky flagellant.
I think you did.
No.
No, it sounds like you did.
No.
Oh,
I will disband this entire party in spite.
I finally moved my monitor over because it was hurting my neck a bit too much.
Hitting your neck.
I had a bit too far to the right, and so like every time I wanted to look over at it, like I did the full like 90-degree turn, and it's just like this can be done so much better.
Skill issue.
I'd like to point out I just moved my monitor.
You adapted to the,
yes.
to the skill.
That's like saying like, oh, you aren't good at hoop and stick anymore, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, I play soccer now.
Hoop and stick.
That is gonna be forever burned in my brain, like the hoop and stick thing from Dude Perfect.
Hoop and stick. Okay, I don't care about you, Shieldbreaker. You can fuck off, die.
You know, it's always weird the number of people that don't appear on time.
It is a very strange. Like, why today? Usually they'd be here by now.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna perpetually give them shit.
I sense a conspiracy.
Sure. What's the conspiracy?
That is the conspiracy.
That there's a conspiracy?
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, it's
no, at least have a
wrong.
decent conspiracy.
It's not wrong, though. The conspiracy is that there's a conspiracy.
That's not a conspiracy.
That is the definition of a conspiracy.
No. Well, now we're gonna fucking look this shit up.
A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful.
Yeah, so having a conspiracy is not a conspiracy.
The action of plotting or conspiring.
So you aren't plotting there. So you can't have a conspiracy of a conspiracy.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Get the fuck out of here.
Alright, I accept. You have bested me.
I totally forgot to upload last week's episode until today.
It's alright. Okay. I forgive you.
It's just one of those things where I'm sitting here like, alright, I gotta remember what title to put on this one. And I'm like, did I upload? I don't feel like I uploaded.
Did you?
Went and checked YouTube. Oh, fuck, I didn't. Lovely.
I know.
I just want you to know, Zach, that when you have your grandchildren, they'll be able to look back and hear you make that sound.
Excellent. Good.
Along with your future wife, who will become your ex.
She just heard it.
What?
That's good. Good.
She's already learning to tune it out. Lovely.
I'm concerned.
Don't be, it's okay.
I'm just letting you know, like, he just said, your future wife will also be able to go back and hear you make that noise. I said, she just heard it. And all you said was, what? And laughter erupted.
Nice.
Didn't hear shit.
Look, I'm just saying she's mastering the art of ignoring you, Zach. It's
Apparently you are mastering the art of ignoring me, according to my DM.
Yes.
I'm getting there.
She agrees.
Good job. It is much
Though-
appreciated.
The peak answer would have been, sorry, what were you saying?
I put
He said the peak answer would have been sorry. What were you saying?
Oh.
Missed opportunity, honey. You gotta improve.
I know. I know.
It's just one of those things where it's...
Like, over that, I'm not the brightest bulb in the Christmas tree.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the place where you keep the sharp
Yeah,
things.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Neither am I, don't worry.
You have a shed?
Yes, actually.
I love how like you are in like a appalled, shocked silence
No,
that
I was
a
in a
man
drinking
could
zone.
possibly have a shit.
Look,
It's just like, Tatami could have a base 27 AC versus, you have a shed? And the shed sends him into shocked silence.
what do I do now? He's already a dad.
Shut the fuck up, you bastard. That was a fake ass laugh.
Okay,
I was,
you missed his fucking narrator voice. Like,
Oh,
it's
Lord.
like an off-brand narrator.
all right, here, let me bring it up.
What up, my biggest?
Pardon the fuck out of me. Hi, Sophie.
Alright,
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
No.
It was you.
Is this not off-brand narrator?
Yes,
I love it and
Morgan
somehow hate
Freeman.
this.
It
I
genuinely
am
sounds like
Morgan
somebody trying to copy.
Freeman.
Somebody
If,
trying to copy Morgan Freeman.
if I were inbred and hit in the head with a rock,
It's so weird.
Mom, why did you name me Feather? Well, you see, a feather landed right on your forehead when you were born, so I named you Feather. Meanwhile, Brick. I do.
So I think it's about time we start or something.
Or
never.
something.
Now, did you say never?
Nope.
Nope.
Dangerous words.
If. Alright.
All right, we're done here.
Oh. Thanks for not having that loaded, Windows.
Windows.
Look, it...
To the window! Wow!
It was just like, well, you see here, like, I had that source loaded, but then you were inactive for about 2 minutes, so I decided not to keep it loaded.
Hello,
Hello, Liz.
Musa.
And the gang's all here.
No, we're missing. Oh no, Vodak's not gonna be here this week. Sad.
So the GM is right, once again.
I'm gonna leave.
And then suddenly, we were not all here. Fuck. And then the party died at the end.
You know, this music is too upbeat for that.
All right, folks. Objectives today will be finding the fourth Nicholas,
And your
So one
fucking
of-
brother, I hope?
who might become the fourth Nicholas.
Dot, dot,
depending
dot.
on
Oh,
what we
and my
find.
brother.
You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't even blame you. It's just like, this is his skeleton. It is mine now. It is mine, and it's mine, and it's mine. He's gonna help us.
Any of
Meanwhile,
the party
Tatami's over
dies?
here like, damn, this is trauma.
If any party member dies, you will become a Nicholas.
No.
You will live on.
My skeleton is going to be so fucked up by the time that I die that I'm pretty sure it's not going to know how to work itself. Thank you very much.
Look,
It's okay.
you go to Tatabi's skeleton, you look at it and go, is this the head or the tail? I can't tell.
The skull is perforated with various different eye holes.
Why are
You're
there
not
30
wrong.
different sockets?
Why are there 30 sockets?
How is the structural integrity even here?
It's not.
Regardless, you guys are all in a giant tech machine. What would you like to do?
You know what I'm doing, Ninja.
Praying to a god that doesn't believe in you?
Yes,
Alright.
exactly that. Hopefully, eventually, I will gain Senpai's attention.
At least your god actually speaks to you somewhat.
I mean, that's a very bold way to speak about that.
Whenever
I do
try
not
to
think
pray
about
to,
it that way in character. God, no.
Whenever I try to pray to my god, it's stone that answers, which is starting to concern me.
Stone is a god now. He became
No.
the god killer, and unfortunately, he turned into it. Wait a second. Wait, all we have to do to kill Stone is turn him into a god.
What could go wrong with this plan? Who knows? Find out next time.
All right, let's do this. Let's continue. Let's get going.
Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Charge towards the giant molten pillar
Alright.
that was once a city and is now
What was the
not.
first name?
Dune.
Dune. With that name, like, it kind of sounds like he would be the target. Dune.
Doom, 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 doom.
He is the largest of the family, so perhaps.
So, I can have all of you give me a perception check.
Am I included in this?
You know what? Sure.
Okay. Hello, web browser?
Hello.
Yep, shut the fuck! There we go.
Yeah. Tatabi, you and Horror would both see the fact that there is a small army starting to gather already, pouring out of the pillar.
A small army of what?
Hard to tell, but they're at least glowing from here, and you guys are a long ways out.
Okay, that's great.
I'm starting to think that perhaps this is not something we can take head on.
More than likely, no.
Hey,
We want to
Musa?
try.
Yeah.
You can use sending on, like, I don't know, like a council member or something like that? Or, in fact, use it on a wizard that I have this portrait of here?
One sec.
Also, hello, Rowan.
Hello.
Yay!
I do not know if I'm in.
cleric.
Would that be
Toby?
considered someone that I'm familiar with?
For the terms of the spell, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Okay.
You should probably tell them that the divide has been destroyed and there's a small army just pouring out of it, and that Freymore should most probably likely be on high alert.
I just want to remind you, she has only 25 words. I don't think she can include all
Yeah.
of that.
Divide, destroyed, army on its way, framework, prepare. That's it.
Alright, you're sending that to the mage?
The wizard?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, mage, wizard, they're interchangeable in my books. Let me give you
I mean,
those
you
ones.
might have someone else that has sending also.
His pronouns might be witch.
I'm not including another serious issue in this goddamn campaign.
The witch male.
Warlock.
Which witchery?
So, Ninja, I have a question.
Yes.
Am I able to pick these things out as undead?
Using what ability? Just just your eyeballs?
More or less. Honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna send one of the hands over there.
This is a long ways away.
That's fine. I don't have to get immediate answers. I just need, like, the information at a point
Alright.
to confirm or deny whether or not this is just an amassing army of undead created by the corpses that were destroyed during this explosion.
Alright, you can send one of your hands out. It's not much faster than the speed of your ship.
I think, personally, as much as I would like to go and ram headfirst into that, it might be better if we just head east.
Up to you.
Do we even know if he's in there? We kind of don't. He says, get him upon, like, what was it? My crown, whatever, something about that?
Yep.
So we don't even know what that means. We don't know if this is even the place. And even if this is the place, that is an army. We are one ship. We need more than just us. And I think we would be wasting our time and maybe our only means of transportation if we just ram headfirst into it.
Not to mention our lives.
That too.
Alright, passing it by for now.
I'm leaving it to a vote. I vote pass. Tatavi surely does. Musa, Rowan, Sona. Deep
Good chat.
contemplation? Question mark. Hello, are you three okay?
I'm thinking.
You're playing a game.
What? I can't think?
I thought you
Am
said
I
you were
on the
playing a
boat?
game.
Yes.
I said I'm
You're
thinking.
still with them.
I would say we pass by. We don't have enough strength to deal with all that.
Agreed.
There's being heroes and there's being idiots.
Sisters,
Fine, we can leave.
Good choices.
we'll get to them eventually.
If you agree we should pass on, say nothing.
What?
Ah. They didn't say anything, so they agree we should just keep going.
All right, hard right
Okay.
turn.
Alright, you guys are able to shift about and move in a different direction. Where are you looking ahead now?
Back on the original course.
Okay,
Most likely.
so So let me get this straight. Are we at the Krieg or are we closer to the Divide?
You would be. Let me get my pointer. You are like in this region.
In that case, it's probably best if we go beyond Thou Mountains to the chasm. And then it's a straight shot to the Big D.
I don't like you calling it that.
Well, it's a big city called Durham, the Big D. There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't see anything wrong with it either. It's the big D.
I think they'll be complimented if we call their city the Big D.
I don't.
I know nothing about the city, so I don't know if they'd be complimented or offended.
Me neither. Me not. Nice. But yeah,
Me
I
not
have
have information.
I have absolutely no idea what my species is like outside of my family, so this will be an enlightening, if not slightly terrifying experience.
Let's just hope they're not assholes.
Everyone's an asshole.
No, you're
I mean,
confusing
to a
that with
point.
everyone has an asshole.
Shut
But
up,
everyone
God.
has, like, spots where they're not an asshole. You know what I mean, though. Like, pure assholes.
I love the fact that "Shut Up, God" has just become a genuine meme in this. It's like my
I didn't-
favorite fucking thing.
I didn't ask for your opinion, God.
Players on one hand, God, we need help with this thing. On the other hand, God, shut up, we didn't ask for this. Alright,
Alright.
so you guys can change your course and head more towards the chasm. As you do, you can see that the group right before you pass out to them is already starting to set up like a base camp. Like they came prepared with supplies. But I'm gonna have all of you just give me another perception check.
Damn.
Oh, it could have been worse, so it's fine.
It could have been 2 nat 1s instead of a nat 1, nat 2.
Yeah.
More vague, the better.
Alright, so as you guys continue your journey in a southeasterly direction, you would eventually stumble upon a town that none of you have ever heard of before. Nor is it on a map that any of you recognize.
And you don't know about this shit.
About
No.
what area is it?
Give me one
Like-
sec.
Through here.
So it is like right in amongst here.
We should
Oh.
probably warn them to head to the mainland. They'll be a bit exposed out here. Make their way to the creek, perhaps. It's the least we could do.
It is still a ways out at this point. Like it has just come into sight. It is, it's got like tree trunks as like a wall barrier. Then you can see like the tops of some houses from your elevated point of view.
I'm gonna cast Skyrite.
All right. What do you say?
Here's what I said.
All right. Whether or not they take note of that or follow it is to be seen. Are you guys just gonna pass it by, or are you gonna stop there?
I'd say we stop. At least give them a brief warning. It's not too out of the way.
Fine.
I mean, I could always take Sweet Girl and do it myself.
No, it's fine. It's on the way.
It's on the way.
Alright, so we're making a stop then?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Alright. As you approach, one thing becomes fairly apparent. This is a far less technically or technology-based area, as it seems like the most they have is like bows and arrows. You can see that there are definitely some guards up on some posts, like shakily having bows drawn against your vicious attack machine that is barreling towards them. Though they definitely do not look like they could fend off anything at all.
Oh, the poor little boys. They
Alright,
probably see the
alright,
writing
alright.
and it's just like, oof.
Can we stop for a second?
Of course.
Alright. After we stop, like, hopefully a decent distance away from them,
Mhm.
Tatavi is just gonna hop out, like, raise his hands up in a gesture basically saying, I'm, like, just moving towards y'all, no harm intended,
Alright.
and I'm gonna see if they're gonna let him, like, actually, get close and speak his mind.
I mean, they still have the bows drawn on you, and like they're very much shaking.
But they're
Uh,
not firing?
Not yet.
Alright.
I'd say you'd be able to get like about 60 or so feet out from
Okay,
the
that's-
gate.
Alright. That's good with me. Taba's gonna walk up to that point and use thaumaturgy to make his voice heard and just go, we mean you no harm. We are the ones who gave you that warning in the sky. I promise you, we are effectively just passing through. We mean no harm to anybody here or anything here.
Then why'd you stop?
You seemed worried, so I came out to let you all know.
Well, then get.
What would you say would be a respectable distance to move around your town?
I don't know, but just don't come near.
Will you please heed the warning? There is something much, much worse than us. Very close.
It ain't up to me. I'll ask our leaders, but I can't see much.
As long as they're aware.
He'll give a very shaky head nod.
You don't need to be afraid of us. But regardless, Tommy will give a little bit of a bow and start heading back toward the ship.
Alright.
Once he gets back, he's just gonna say, I really hope they fucking listen and actually get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh, they probably will.
Pardon?
Well, I mean, if they were gonna listen, think about it. You would have at least had him be like, "Oh yeah, I'll send this message immediately onto our leaders." But I don't see anyone running to go tell anyone anything. They're probably not gonna listen.
Well, it's not our place to force them. It's only our place to warn them. I mean, what are we gonna do? Come in there, knock the leaders in the head, and like threaten everyone out? No, they have to make their own choices.
Tatavi
Well, I mean, that
over
would
here
take
thinking
much
about it.
time. No, Tatapi. It would take too much time.
We're busy. We need to make it to Darum.
It's not even that late. We don't have enough time before we could possibly get attacked to get that done. And to get the people to actually listen to us. Would you listen to people who just suddenly came in out of nowhere you knew nothing about? Who took down your leadership and then were like, "Oh, listen to us."
On a giant crab, no less.
Depends on the circumstance, I suppose.
Let's make our way to the chasm. We'll hope that they are faring off better off than a divide.
And better off than Tatapi, apparently.
Shut up.
Well, you're over there choking on something.
Mush
Is it the
forward.
big D?
I'm choking on bullshit. Shut!
You have been pretty shy heading towards the big D. Is there something you want to tell us?
No, like I mentioned to Vodak already, y'all know where I was killed. I've never been close to Nagayok's territory.
So,
Portland is pretty close.
as you
I mean, I've
guys
seen them, but
as you guys carry on, the village does eventually fade off into the distance as you approach nighttime once more. How would you like to proceed through the night?
I'll take first.
Can I ask a technicality question when it comes to spell work?
Sure.
Okay, so I have that guardian spell, and it's supposed to basically appear in an unoccupied space for an amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is a vehicle, if I was to say for it to do the top of the vehicle, like where we walk on the top of the ship of the vehicle,
Yeah.
would that count?
Yeah. It's not occupied by another.
I just wasn't sure if it would count since it technically moves.
So, you can, for most spells like that, I consider it that you can, if the thing is moving, and it's larger than whatever's being put on it, it'll be fine. So, like Zone of
How
Truth,
large
if you
is the
cast it on
ship?
yourself, oh, it's huge. It's in pictures.
Well, I meant feet wise.
It's probably 60, 70 feet long.
Okay,
30 feet wide.
that's general enough to know. Welcome back, Misa.
Hello, Misa.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I heard first shift. Anybody else?
I'll take second.
Alright.
Guess I'll take anything after second since I don't need to sleep much and this is an emergency.
Alright.
Before I lay down though, I'll use Guardian
Alright.
of Fate and put it on, the top of the ship.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna go bed down.
Sure. Horo, give me a perception check.
Oru shall give you a perception check.
Alright.
Oru gave a perception check.
I see that.
RPGs.
Look, I don't want to talk about that. So your shift, as it starts to fade into night, you can see the occasional cart off in a very distant trail, moving at a fairly hastened speed. A few of them are headed in the same direction as you are. A few more are headed back from where you came. But you would see an occasional pack of wolves that kind of investigate what's traipsing through their territory. And then outside of that, your shift goes fairly peacefully as it goes into the night.
Lovely. I will awaken the Tatabi. Tell him to ride the ship.
Yep. I don't like any of this.
I'll get up.
Alright,
Let's see what's going on.
give me a perception check.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see if you run into anything.
God, I hope so. What?
Pardon?
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't. You know what? Roll me a d20 real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
Meanwhile, then just over here, like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to eating your skin. Just
No,
fucking waltzing toward Tatabi.
I wouldn't say that. You do see that thing, it's a good couple hundred feet out. It's casually staring at you.
That thing.
Yeah. The thing none of the rest of you will see unless Tatabi does something.
How big is it?
It's slightly smaller than the size of your ship.
Only slightly.
Slightly.
Okay. But what abilities would this thing? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Alright. Gonna give it a wide berth?
Relatively. I'm not gonna like go incredibly off course for it or anything, but I'm gonna at least try and keep a distance to where it doesn't seem pissed off.
Sure. So you can move around it. It does kind of keep its guard up as it continually faces you. Its tail kind of raised in the air, but doesn't seem to do anything otherwise.
Cool.
And then,
Just nods to it through the window.
alright. But,
I feel like an ant nodding at a person.
yeah, pretty much. Eventually your shift comes to an end.
Rowan,
Yeah.
your turn.
Okay. Have fun.
There's a big fucking hammer-tailed ankylosaurus looking motherfucker, but nothing bad.
Yeah, okay. I feel like it didn't attack us. Or was killing something. Anyway, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I would go up top.
Alright. It would be about this point that you're going to head more in an easterly direction than the southeast direction you were heading. But give me a perception check.
Okie
Alright.
You good?
That's not the image I wanted. Alright, roll me a d20. Alright. So, as you're proceeding through these open fields, you do spot that thing off in the distance, but as the sun starts to come up, like just cresting over the landscape, it kind of vanishes in like a mirage style fashion.
That's weird as fuck.
But otherwise, your night is uneventful as you're able to watch a few herds of cows pass by the area, probably from some local farmer.
Man, I haven't had beef in a while.
Steps on one.
No, I'm not that mean.
Are you not?
No. What the fuck? Just for that, I'm not gonna heal you next time.
Oh. When the memes
I'll
cost
make
you your
myself
life.
into the mean person that you wanted me to be.
when the
Rowan,
memes
weren't you
co-
healing him? Well, apparently, I mean.
I mean, in character that wouldn't make sense, but fair enough.
So,
Aren't you mumbling in your sleep?
you are, your shift slowly comes to an end.
All right, we're up.
You have a
Where are we
kitchen
at?
on the ship.
No.
No, but I am a druid.
What does?
Quotes that I want on a wall somewhere someday. Do we have a kitchen on the ship? No, but I am a druid. Solves all the answers right there.
Do we have a kitchen here? No, but I am a fighter. Find me a fish, I'll make some mean sashimi.
All right,
Oh,
here's.
God.
Well, yes, I can just cast heat metal on a nice metallic surface. It'll be a makeshift grill.
I like that. That's all a kitchen is to you.
Just a grill.
It's something to cook something on, okay?
There's so much more to a kitchen.
I can also make a flower blossom.
That's not.
I
Perfect.
can light
Yeah,
I
kitchen.
can light a fire. I can make
It
good
seems
berries.
Like fire and heat is the only thing you understand about kitchens.
Okay, I didn't do the cooking, okay?
I love it.
Here, I can also make the odor of a skunk. You guys want to smell a skunk?
Not really.
No.
Exactly. Don't make fun of my druid craft.
This is a I can also make the odor of a skunk, Horu. This is a fucking threat.
Oh my god. So, what would you guys like to do today?
What else are we gonna do? Head mush to the chasm.
Do I just get no
Oh.
response from that last one, Ninja?
That would be correct.
Alright.
Sometimes things don't deserve a response.
True.
Talking about some pretty serious shit. Not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
I mean,
Oh,
there's a lot
yeah.
of things that I say that definitely don't deserve a response.
Yeah,
Ninja's
sure.
used to it though.
Yep.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Horu's gonna get on one knee and pray real quick.
Of course.
Like, are you clasping your hands, raising your hands? Like, how do you
One knee.
look?
One knee. Head down.
Rowan's gonna walk over and just rub your back.
Horu is...
Are you feeling nauseous?
I'm praying.
Oh, sorry.
I don't see the difference.
No, just move on.
Oh my god.
That is the name, correct, Ninja?
I believe so.
I thought so.
Give me 1 second to double check that though. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be, yeah, so listen, we'll carry on.
Oh no. Well, that's scary. Okay.
as part of today's journey, you would come across the road that leads you from Portland to the chasm that cuts around the forest. You do feel you might be a bit oversized for most roads, though.
What's the thing that's making it too small? Like, if the forest on either side?
No, the fact that you're a 30-foot wide walking tank that's on a road that's more or less designed for carts.
Oh, no. I mean, like, I know we're bigger than the road. What I'm asking is there just flat stuff off the road, or is there, like, trees?
It's not perfectly flat, but, like, there's enough space where you could walk alongside the road.
That's fine.
So technically, we could use the road. We would just be fucking everyone else over.
Oh, yeah.
we'll be like those people with a really big boat causing wake.
Goddamn.
No, it'd be more like those people that take a really large vehicle on small mountain roads. Yeah, sorry. We're in a bus. You need to back up.
Alright, that's fine. Our journey is more important than whatever they're doing.
I had
Fuck those guys.
flashbacks to my parents.
Net.
They had an RV and they would always take like this scenic car, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god, why?" Like the scenic route isn't the issue; it's that you're in an RV doing this. Regardless,
Sounds like your parents wanted the ozone layer to go away. Let's just burn all this gas.
I don't think it's quite that, but sure. So as you guys get to a more popular area, you would start to see more carriages traveling back and forth between the cities.
Being pushed off the road by our big ship.
Are you guys actually on the road with this?
No, right off the side. We're gonna piss them off.
Actually, couldn't they just go under it?
I mean,
That would be really uncomfortable.
so like, some of them probably could. Though that's a very dangerous gamble. That's like walking between the feet of an elephant when you're like a gnome.
We'll just stay off the side of the road. We don't need to be on the road. We're okay.
Yeah.
You get
Off-roading it.
you would get plenty of stares as people look at the large vehicle passing them by.
I would wave.
They'd give like a half-hearted and scared like wave back. But let's see, how close would we be? So the city of the chasm would just be coming into view near the end of the day for you guys.
Does anyone else elf like English mouth?
Common?
Common. All right, sorry. Does anyone else have a really bad feeling about this?
I mean, we are approaching what has been, at least traditionally called, one of the most hostile nations in the world. Although
mean,
whether or not that's true for propaganda, that'll be to see.
I mean, like this right fucking now.
I have that feeling about a lot of things, but that's more of the paranoia.
Sure, I'll go outside real quick. Or we'll hop out the moving vehicle, summon Sally, and fly over to get a good look around. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What are you looking for?
Just general features. How's the town looking? Do they look aware of their neighbor city having gone kabloom? What's the what seems to be the population? Like, what's it composed of? You know, stuff like that. I'm a lot faster.
Does
than
anyone
ships.
have red hair?
This got
I'm
oddly
a-
specific. You know what? Give me a perception check. Let's see if you find anybody with red hair. Fine.
All right. Let's see it. Sally has good eyes. She likes red things.
Yes, special eyes.
What?
Somebody's just gonna get their fucking hair eaten by a giant flaming flying horse. I know it.
I'm just more questioning the line in there that Sally likes red things.
She just likes red things. Is there something wrong with that? She likes the color red.
That feels like it's pulled out of your ass.
You know what? Everything is
definitely
pulled out
is.
of my ass. DMing is all apart pulling shit out of your ass. Making characters is pulling shit out of my ass. I make shit up, and this is what it is. It's canon. Sally likes red things.
Today is the day we learned Sally's colorblind.
Today we learned Sally is actually a Rapidash.
Can horses see red?
God damn it.
You know, it'd be funny
They
if...
cannot recognize red.
Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Sally likes red things. Sally's like, I have no idea what the fuck this is, but it's great.
You know, technically, not just a horse now, so she might be able to see red. And maybe that's the reason why it's her favorite color. She's never seen it before she died.
Oh yeah, she is a flaming demon horse now, so maybe
Yeah.
she can see red. Just like, ooh, red.
I hate it.
I mean, she's just suddenly like, oh my god, this new color. It's my favorite thing now. There you go, Salor. You're welcome.
Anyway,
That's so fucking stupid. I love it.
so you would spot that this is a fairly lively town here, though there seems to be a fair bit of activity going on, as you would see that there are some riders out and about in the sky, Horu.
Riders?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You heard me, I did not stutter.
What type of riders, sir?
Riders.
Oh, well, these guys are cool. Shit.
Congratulations.
Fuck, these guys are cooler than me.
Horu has
It must
gained a
be.
new crush that day.
I mean,
Thank
Horu, I suppose, would wave like, holy shit, giant fucking eagles.
Are you in the ethereal plane or just on the regular plane?
I'm in the norm. I'm not
Alright.
etherealizing it.
Two of them would absolutely come up and kind of get on either side of you. State your business.
Just passing through. You know what happened to the divide?
No, speak.
It blew the fuck up.
That explains a lot.
As in, like, actually, like, everyone is fucking dead, and there's apparently armies amassing from a giant magma pillar that shoots into the sky. And, well, Freymore's been warned, and we're on the way to Durham because shit is getting real, and we kind of need the main powers of the world to get their shit together and deal with it.
Excellent summary.
It is a very long summary, but, you know, it's a lot
Should
to
we
explain.
be subtle about this? Nah, it blew the fuck up.
It blew the fuck up.
Should we be subtle about this? No.
So they would not attack you after a statement like that. Though I'll give you a little indication about where the water level is at here. You can see stuff like that.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, you also get the indication that there used to be water covering all of those.
Also really cool. So I'm guessing it's like the Grand Canyon. We're just like at the way bottom.
So it's quite a fair bit down there. Like I wouldn't say way bottom, but like it's like you can still see that a lot of these things are still wet.
Oh, so tides must change. That's fair. Alright, so I and my companions have never been to Durham, and seeing that the chasm is a neighbor, is there anything you could tell me about it? We need to actually speak to their, well, leaders.
You can ask the city. My job's not to play tourist guide.
Tourist guide when it comes to, you know, uniting cities against an army that comes from probably hell, but okay, sure. Who do I talk to?
Anyone in the city. talk to the leaders, talk to the baker. I don't really care.
Come on, are you? What are you? Like a guard? Is this like your recreation?
Yes, in fact, I would say that I am a guard. It's almost like it's in the attire, like the giant spear and the giant eagle, and like defending the city. You know, that whole kebab. You know.
It's, defending the city. You don't even like, or you aren't even directing me to anything. You're not giving me any directions. It's like you don't even know the place.
I will direct you to the morgue.
Okay, okay. Listen, all right. I have a magical horse.
That is the fucking.
Do we have a kitchen? It's okay. I'm a druid.
It's okay. I have a magical horse.
I think horse brain needs to be checked. That curse really fucking.
Bring her to Tatavi. I need to do a dissection to see what the fuck is wrong.
You know, roll persuasion.
It's such a baffling statement.
It really is.
And it's a decent persuasion too.
No, he does not get advantage. That's not something that gives him advantage.
But it is a decent roll nonetheless.
It is a decent roll. The guard just looks at you like, what? What? Just, go back to your people or whatever. You unite, whatever. Just stop wasting my time.
Hey, listen, you flew up to me, buddy, and then she fucking disappears.
Hey, listen, you flew to me, buddy. Mirage.
Bro. Did I even exist?
The fucking like writers just going back to the fucking clerics in the town like, I think I've suffered a level of madness somehow.
Are you okay, Dungeon Master?
No. Carry on with what you were doing.
I'm gonna ride back to the group. I'm gonna reappear once I'm inside and be like, okay, they ride giant eagles. They're pretty cool. They're not very helpful though. We're gonna go and speak to the bosses of the chasm, see how exactly we can, well, get into contact with the leaders of Durham. I don't think they'll exactly,
You mean the big
take
D?
us. Yes, to the big D. I don't think they'll exactly, just let us in when we're in a giant fucking warship.
I mean, that's understandable.
So, let's go say hello to the Chasmites.
Ninja, I'm guessing once again no response.
Hold on.
So hello, Mutsa, welcome back. You missed a great deal of things.
It was amazing.
Message me about it.
I feel like I lost brain cells during it.
That's how you know it was a good moment. Like Ninja, you
That's a
remember when I
weird way
cut
to
off?
say it.
You remember when I cut off Tiny's head and replaced it with the one that screams, "I'm stealing"?
I think about this group
Anyway.
far too often. Anyway, you guys are able to get up a lot closer to the city proper this time. What would you like to do?
Head inside. Well, or park outside, I guess.
Alright.
Park outside, walk inside.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Tatavi is just off in La La Land.
We'll leave Bodak to protect the ship.
I mean, yeah, he would protect his ship.
Jesus Christ!
You asked.
I did.
Anyway, there is quite a bit of rushing about that is going on in this city. Seems like a mild bit of panic has set in, as a lot of people who are running around are screaming about their boats.
That is understandable.
But I will be right back.
Boats are expensive.
Boatcraft. Many good Oru moments today. I hope we level up because level 6 or Sally gets buff.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll be needing your assistance with something in a moment, Tatavi.
Okay. That being.
God has to be present for this.
And. You're looking at me.
Yeah, but God needs to be present because you need to roll an intelligence roll.
I'm confused, but
I'm
sure.
back.
Oh, God's back. Okay. Hey, Tatavi.
Yeah.
I have this letter here. Could you help me figure out what the fuck it says?
Possibly.
All right, use your big brain and multitude of eyes.
Give me an Arcana check or a straight intelligence check.
At advantage, because I will be helping you. The druid who can make a grill.
God. I will message you what you discover about it to Tabby.
Alright.
You can choose how to word this.
Damn it.
Alright, so for the rest of you, it would become very apparent what is causing such a panic in the city, as most of the chaos seems to be coming from the thing that splits the city in half, or what used to split the city in half. There's a bunch of water missing, like a couple 100 feet of water. So it has revealed many of the ledges down below, along with very old chains that are now visible.
That's
That's not good.
And I'm
By the
guessing we could see boats all down there.
You can see a handful. There's a few at the bottom, but they're slowly moving away from the city. There's a few cracked ones along the sides.
By the way, Horu.
Hmm?
If you fold this like this, he like folds the paper up. It becomes a bit easier to read, but I still can't really figure it out. I'll make another attempt at it in a bit, but for the moment, y'all go see what the leaders have to say and just scream down the chasm whenever you're done. He's gonna jump.
All right, well,
Mhm.
that is very Tatavi.
Yep.
Musa, Sona, hop on.
Okay.
I guess fine.
Rowan, I don't really know where to put you.
In your heart.
You could fit in my bag of holding for the next 10 minutes if you'd like.
Would that be medically sound?
I mean, why don't you roll a medicine check for me? We'll see how much you know about this.
I'll keep my hand inside and hold your hand for 10 minutes.
So, it's not like the worst idea, but like that 10-minute number is awfully suspicious, mainly due to the fact that air's definitely gone out at that point, and you're probably going to be long passed out at that point.
Yeah, I think I would just rather.
Do you have a rope?
What? You can just have my seat. I'm gonna go steal something.
What? No! No, don't steal anything. They already lost their
Bye.
ships. Oh,
I'm walking away.
Okay, that's it. Big hand attack.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
A giant hand appears.
Oh, Lord.
Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna waste it. I don't want to waste it. It would be funny if I could waste it, though. Wait a minute.
So where are you going?
What's the nicest, largest building in the place?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. It doesn't specify how fast the hand moves, by the way.
Are you talking about Bigby's hand?
Yep. Or if it's just arcane hand, but yeah.
Oh, I mean that is the off-brand name for it. Yes.
Just the off-brand name.
Why is it that all I can imagine is fucking Scanlan from Vox Machina flipping off somebody while parrying swords?
Because that is the appropriate reaction.
Fair enough.
No, it specifically says you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects.
In the one I see, it says the hand lasts and it moves at your command, mimicking the movements of your own hand. Oh no, yeah, you could see it. You can move the hand up to 60 feet. Never mind.
I am reminded of a meme in the D&D meme subreddit that 90% of all the jokes out there and overpowered shit can be solved by just fully reading the rules of the item. And I am a firm believer.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't say how fast it can move, except it does.
Alright, alright. I rolled my perception. What do I see? Magic man.
Yeah. My initial thought was to say funny words. You would see a building that looks fairly nice. Doesn't really have any markings on it, but looks fairly nice. It's 2-story.
2-story. Nice looking building. Checks up markers. Well, I suppose if Rowan is walking, sure. I'm going to,
Sona is off stealing things.
Well, are you stealing, Sona?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I don't like really. Fine. Okay. Leaving Rowan behind. Goodbye, Rowan. We fuck off. Actually? No. Yes!
Actually.
Fuck it. I'm using enlarge reduce on Sally, and then I'm gonna have Rowan hop on. We're gonna gallop over there.
Alright. Let's take a look. Alright. So you gallop on over there, and by about that time, the spell is starting to wear off.
Alright, well, we're right at the front, right?
Yes.
Lovely. Well, then I just drop off the Rowan, and we have a normal sized horse. Is there like any guards?
Not currently.
Is there a front door?
Yes.
I will beckon for Musa to knock.
Alright.
Knock.
What?
You're okay. Think about it. You're pretty, and they'll be more receptive to you if you knock.
I kick it.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. You kick the door. And eventually a figure opens the door slightly. Who are you?
I'm Musa. Hello.
Hi. What do you want?
Musa's gonna point to Horu.
Maru is gonna wave. Hi. Do you know where we could find the, government officials of the city?
I mean, we are the temporary acting officials. Why? What do you need?
A little bit of instruction, I suppose, and of course warning. I told the guards up there, but the divide got hit heavily, and by hit heavily, I mean completely and utterly destroyed. It no longer exists.
Oh.
That
does explain that.
There is a giant army pouring from a molten pillar that reaches the skies, and it's likely going to assault the lands, which will be certainly fun. So prepare for that, I suppose. But what we're doing is we're heading over to Durham to hopefully get the Nagayoks to help Fraymore out. Because we really need all the help we can get right now, and the governments in this world really need to stop bitching at each other and deal with this problem. And since the Chasm is the most native city to Durham, we were hoping that you would have some advice on how we can get in without immediately being blown up.
Well, are you not Nagayoks?
Okay, so I'm a Nagayoks. That doesn't mean I was born in Durham. I, in fact, lived Fraymore my entire life. I don't know any of the procedures. I don't know any of their laws. I just know the propaganda that's been shoved down my throat since I was 3.
I think that is your ticket in. I mean, you are Nagayoks.
Yeah, but come on, there's more to it than that. Like, are they just gonna let any Nagayoks just walk into their, I don't know, king's room, dictator's room, whatever you call it, and just say stuff to them?
Well, I don't know. I've never been in there.
Well, that's lovely. So just walk on in and hope for the best is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful. Musa.
Yeah?
Say something polite.
Something polite.
Perfect. Alright. We are leaving. Goodbye. Thank you. Freaking walking in the city. All like, oh, we're Nagayoks. You know what? I'm gonna plant a fucking seed here. See how you guys like that. Horu is, after dropping everyone else off to the giant crab again, she's just gonna go off and find a clear patch of dirt and plant a seed there.
Alright.
One
I'm
more
gonna.
seed to go.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna tap your shoulder.
Hmm.
You drop this. She's gonna hand back the paper to you. It's a letter. Your letter.
It's folded differently.
Oh, yes. You dropped it, of course. Horu's gonna fold it back to the original position that it was in.
Are you sure? I'm not good at that.
Wait, not. Oh shit! She quickly turns it back.
Give me an intelligence check.
See, this is what
Sally-
happens when you don't trust your sister.
Can Sally help me out? Can Sally help me out? Can she use her horse intelligence?
Sure.
All right.
You think you folded it back, but it's not quite the same.
Okay. Can she mostly read it?
I mean, let's see. It is worse off than it was before Tatami had it.
Worse off?
Yeah, you folded in some weird way that it wasn't folded before.
Oh, sweet gods. Okay. Nice. Thanks, sister. Can you get Notco to do it again, please?
Well, I'm waiting for something first.
I'm sorry, sister.
Are you gonna trust me?
Yes, sister.
Alright, give it back. Just gonna take it. And that's not code to fold it again.
Alright. Alright, that's not bad. He tries his best. It's not quite the same, but it's close.
Alright, here, good luck.
Yeah. She's gonna read it.
It still doesn't make any sense to you.
What in the absolute fuck?
So, I just gotta say this now because this is the funniest shit to me. Nadco nat 20'd on that.
Wow.
And you were just like, well, let me fold this back.
Well, again, that's what happens when your sister steals shit all the time and messes shit up all the time.
See, you only remember the bad things, but you haven't given her credit for the good things, and that's
Okay,
your fault as a sister.
name one good thing.
She didn't take your money at all. She gave it back to you.
That does not involve anything. Name one good thing.
What do you mean?
That has nothing to do with this. Name one good thing.
What, she took the family like to safety? She bought them
No.
like good homes?
Because everything you're saying is related to other people, right? Because she gave the money for you to spend on the family, right? Name one good thing that is purely Horu-centric.
Or centric? I can't tell you that one thing because it's supposed to be a secret. I do things that Horu wouldn't know about.
Okay, so what you're saying is Horu doesn't know any of the good things that you do for her, so therefore she only knows the bad things.
Because you only see
Okay.
the bad. So Musa doesn't show you the good.
Okay, well that is literally counterproductive.
Well, unfortunate.
That is fuck that.
So, what would you like to do, or in some people's case, what would you like to steal?
I'm just looking around for shop and stuff.
Alright, give me a perception check. Yeah, what kind of shop would you like to go looking for?
Jewelry.
Alright. There would be one, fairly close to the eastern side of the city, that is a jewelry shop.
Okay, well, I'm going in.
Give me 1 second. Excuse me. I was really hoping to find some. Alright, you would see that this is operated by a gnome who's currently got like a like headgear on that is allows them to see fine detail and jewelry. As they look up, hearing the door open. What can I do for you?
Nothing. Just looking around amidst the chaos.
Alright, if you see anything you'd like, let me know.
Sure. I'm gonna wander around, look around.
Alright. Anything in particular you were looking for?
Nope.
Alright. You're looking for something expensive?
Not necessarily.
Alright. We'll grab some images of the stuff he has in there.
Hey Ninja, would you be good if I just said this out loud? Like what Tatabi's up to?
I mean, you can. I read
Alright.
what you were up to.
Okay. I'm just questioning as to whether or not they would be able to provide as such and let him get going on, well, you know, helping out as per what he suggested.
So, probably not going to work, as boats are pretty darn heavy. You're more likely to pull in whatever it's tied to if it falls.
The land?
You can't just like mount this to land.
Nobody can freeze water.
But that's not quite the issue here.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a method I can do this. Because if we could haul them into solid points.
The issue being that once it falls, it's gonna pull whatever's not firmly attached to the ground.
Is the water
With it.
continuing to decrease in
It's hard to tell from where you're at.
just to ask if this has been consistently going on?
I mean, they say this happened the past couple of days.
So it has just been consistently decreasing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of shit more difficult. Alright, fuck it. I'll just make a bunch of trips up and down to get as much goods as possible.
Alright. You would get paid about 300
I'm not-
gold in your for services.
I would deny. Thank you very much.
Alright. 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 What are the rest of you going to do?
Well, as she has already planted the seed,
Yes.
I'm gonna keep looking at this paper. I'm guessing I just folded it in a bunch of weird ways.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me just cast Detect Magic real quick. I want to see what I'm working with.
Alright. It would be divination, and conjuration.
Enchantment, divination, and conjuration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a lot of things. Hmm. And there's words on this paper, right? It's just a jarbled mess.
They're not exactly words. It looks like bits and pieces of like words. Like if you were to like draw out a bunch of words and characters and then like erase like part of them and then continue a different letter or word on top of it. Like it's a straight mess.
That's another thing. She's gonna try nature instead.
Alright.
Again, what the fuck with her rolls though?
You still get nothing.
Don't get nothing. Sight, nature.
You wanna come try and find me?
I'm working on it. I'm flying back. I'm doing this mid-flight.
Alright. So eventually you would all meet back up.
Alright, so we are going to be heading straight to Durham. Unless there's any objectives.
No.
No? Okay. Well, Ditabi,
Mm.
you and I, we're gonna take a long look at this.
All right.
I may or may not have folded it in a bunch of weird ways, trying to think like me, but me thinks a lot differently, I suppose.
Yeah.
Here. She will
Can't
present
fault you though. All right.
And I will assist, of course.
Okay. Damn.
You look at it and you go, well, what about, and you just fold it in half and there's nothing on the other side. It's like, well, shit. I might have
I
ideas.
got 2 nat 1s.
God damn!
Guys, I've solved it.
Flip it over.
Folds it.
He
Done.
literally just turns it over and goes, I have no idea. Starts walking off. You can see him kind of stumble a little bit. You don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he's tired as shit.
Got fucking brain damage, apparently. Horu will sigh and just mutter, oh, we'll try again in the morning.
Yeah.
Alright.
That was a big drop.
Also, Musa,
Mhm.
stop stealing things from me.
He just walks away.
Walk away.
So at this point, you guys would need to find somewhere to rest for the night.
We have a giant ship.
Alright. Are you choosing to rest there?
No.
Alright.
We're choosing to move and rest there.
Alright.
I'm taking the first shift.
Alright. Who's taking watch after you guys?
I guess we'll just retain the, me being second.
Alright. And no third shift?
I mean, Vodak and or Rowan can do so.
And they're sleeping.
They're sleeping.
They're sleeping.
I can do a double. That's fine.
Alright.
I'll just be a little bit tired.
Just a wee bit. Horror, go ahead and give me a perception check. As you start to leave the chasm, you do start to find more and more signs of at least previous Nagax control. You see a bit of architecture that used to be either guard houses or stations where Nagax would be posted, though they seem to be long since abandoned. But otherwise, the trip is fairly quiet as you pass through the night. You gonna get to Tabi?
Yeah. Dobby.
All right. Let's see what bullshit I see.
Yes.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
I told you, yes.
God damn it.
Look, you had makeup for it.
Uh.
Oh, I gotta save the surface. That's great. I will show you what you see.
Okay.
So the first thing you would see is that quite a bit of ways out from the chasm, you'd see that there's waterfalls still spilling into the area where the chasm was. Again, the water still seems to be quite a bit lower than it once was, but it seems to at least be filtering inwards towards the chasm.
Can I assume that the water loss is due to, like, the gigantic hole that was opened up by the divide?
Give me an intelligence check.
Alright.
You would assume it probably had something to do with vaporizing the water, if not destroying a large portion of the area, resulting in a bunch of land that needs to be filled in with water. So that's a fair guess.
Interesting.
The other thing you would see once you are past that section is you would see one of these patrolling the waters.
Like down inside of the chasm?
So this point you would be crossing through here. It's in the waters here.
Just 1 second, let me move my view.
So it's in the waters like here.
Okay.
So it's a ways out from the city. But still your first sign that you're probably getting closer to the Nagax homeland.
The temptation to commit war crimes is strong, but I will resist.
Oh, but come on, do it. War crimes. How can one resist the war crimes?
It's very difficult, but I manage most of the time.
Alright. Outside of that, that is all you would see. It does appear to be keeping a fair distance from you, with at least 2 of the guns aimed at you, but has not done anything. Though it is, at least from your knowledge of basic cannonry, it's quite a fair ways out, which is a little terrifying that it's got its guns aimed your way. But, you know.
considering how advanced that I've heard about Nagayok's powder weaponry being, I don't doubt they could hit us from here.
Anyway, your shift comes to an end.
Alright. Is Horu pulling a double or...
Or we already did.
Okay,
You
so
pulled the last
everybody's... Yeah, everybody's waking up now.
Yep.
Cool. Hey, Horu.
Hmm?
I saw a ship.
Really?
Nagayok's definitely.
How can you tell?
Just the fact that you mentioned that they were covered in fucking iron.
Oh yeah, that's just kind of a known fact. They have the ironclads, as they call them.
Yeah, I saw one.
Ooh, what was it like?
Spiky.
It was spiky?
Yeah, it was spiky.
Ooh.
Or you sound like a girl talking about her first time having sex. What was it like? Oh, it was spiky. Oh, it was so good.
I'm gonna tell you, they had guns trained on us. Only 2. But considering range, yeah, I'm not particularly one to advocate for picking a fight.
I mean, I don't know much about anything about them, so this is all pretty cool for me. I'm excited to see more. Ooh, sisters!
Hmm?
You excited to see more?
Sure.
Okay, what's with the attitude?
Melissa's just gonna roll her eyes at you and keep talking to Sono.
Okay, don't you dare roll your eyes at me.
She does it again.
Okay, don't do it again.
She does it again.
Oh yeah? She snaps her fingers and Sally appears. And Sally rolls her eyes at you.
I don't roll my eyes at Sally, I roll my eyes at you.
Me and Sally roll our eyes in unison to you.
Okay, the more you say this, the more I have to know if a horse can roll its eyes.
I'm gonna hop on top of the ship and practice punching.
Alright.
Give me the cactus.
Say again?
The cactus that Musa gave you. Give it.
Alright, sure.
Thank you.
We're taking care of it until now.
Yeah.
So, so you guys all settle in for the day, you can see the capital city of Darim off in the distance. The waters are absolutely patrolled by different vessels. I'm gonna slap some in. There's the one
Please.
that Tatabi saw. It is currently rolling about.
Oh, that bitch.
Fuck, they have saw blades on the side of them?
Look, it's actually a really good idea, all things considered.
Dude, they fucking go ship-on-ship combat, just ram into your ass and rip you open. Jeez, that's scary.
Yeah, that's stupidly effective, especially if you can, like, bore into them.
When you're clad in iron, you can actually do that.
I gotta back up and find some more of those imagery. But you would see a bunch like that. They kind of have the waters occupied, like quite fully here.
So it's like an entire armada just sitting right outside.
I mean, to a degree, yes.
I think your assumption of them running low on resources is wrong.
I mean, we didn't see any coming up, so maybe this is just what they had left over. To be fair, it would be a lot that's left over.
Yeah.
Do you two really not care, sisters? This is like home central.
I'm looking at it.
I don't see Sona looking at it. She's fiddling with daggers.
Also looks to Sona. How are the daggers doing?
Sharp. Do you want to try them out, Horo?
I... Sure?
Okay, hold still.
Horu's gonna give you a very blank-faced, oh, don't you dare look.
Sona pokes Horo in the chest with the blade.
Which one?
Psychic.
Second one. Alright. Can leave a small piercing of blood.
Ow!
How did that feel?
Felt like you poked me with a weird magical blade made of mind juice.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Can we do it again? I have another one.
I will eat your hair.
It's metal, so that's
And I'm leaving again.
Hey, but let her finish talking.
it's okay.
So,
Well,
what are you guys going to do?
is there a bridge? Question mark?
Give me a perception check.
Sally, be my eye, sweet girl, thank you. Oh, we're missing Sona.
Yeah, because she got interrupted twice. We don't interrupt you guys when you're speaking.
I did not mean to. And I did apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You do not see a bridge.
Is it okay if we stop this now, considering there's only 3 of us?
I mean, if you guys are fine with that, we can pause the session for the night.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
And we will leave off as the group looks on over at Durham and its sea of wonders.
It's
Sea of war machines.
Yeah, pretty much.
steam and iron and buzzsaws and spikes.